Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson. So let's actually go ahead and make this program that we created in the previous lesson a little bit more interesting. So this one so far, has just a single key input, meaning that we just press space and move forward. So let's actually make this into a simple game where we can actually move the turtle around with our keys, like for example WSD, WSDA, the usual gaming keyboard and keys, right, the movement. So let's actually make it into something like that. So when we can actually move it around in all directions using these keybinds. And again, if you think about it, that's really not that hard. You just have to add more functions and then add more keybinds to those functions. And yeah, let's go ahead and actually do that. It's just a good practice to do stuff like this. All right, so I'm going to define the functions. All right, so we're going to define another function. Let's go back here, define another function. I'm going to call this move backwards. All right, and we're going to, and again, call it Tim backward, and we're going to say 10 units. All right, now we're going to do the left and right. All right, so again, define turn left, and again, let's just do that. And in the turtle, obviously, we got the left and right, by the way. So we have a left, and again, we can do 10, and same thing for right as well. Define turn right, and again, we have Tim, apologies, right. There you go. And just like that, again, we got 10, and there you go. So again, you can actually read this inside the, obviously the turtle documentation. We got the left and right. We can actually do the heading turn as well. Instead of just turning left and right, you can actually change the heading of the turtle itself. Again, just different ways to turn around in turtle. All right. So with that being said, we have our functions. Now let's go ahead and actually turn it into a key, okay? So this one, actually, the move forward, I'm just going to change this from space to W, all right? And we're going to copy and paste for this 4 times. There you go. So I'm just going to do S, which is going to go move backwards. I'm just going to copy it right here, copy this function, put it right there, and then turn left. I'm going to again, and turn right here, right? So for the left, I'm going to do A, and for the right, I'm going to do D. All right, so let's save this up. All right, and let's run this one more time. And now I can actually move this around. There you go, and there you go. See, I can just move it around with WSD and just like, make any shape that I want. There you go. So again, it's just like a very simple game, but again, it just demonstrates what you can do and can't do, and at the same time, it's just like it's a pretty interesting way of showing you how the higher order functions actually work. But one thing I want to do, just like one more thing, let's actually add the ability to clear this. And again, if I go back to the turtle documentation, okay, so I'm just gonna pull it right here and bring it. There you go. So the turtle documentation, if you look for clear, there are a few ways to actually clear the screen. There's one that is going to clear the drawing itself, all right, and it's going to clear the drawing for the turtle, like not the entire screen. All right, and there is actually another way to clear the entire screen. Okay, so just different ways that you can actually work with the clear, but I'm just going to use the entire thing so we can clear the entire screen. All right, so we're going to define a new function. I'm going to call this define and clear, and let's just there you go, and we're going to say Tim clear. There you go. So that's that. And let's actually do one thing. Let's actually run this right now and see how does this look. Well, we're not done. Actually, let's add the keys. So I'm just gonna bind this into C. Okay, so there you go. So we just bind the function, and just like that, we can actually clear now. So let's actually run this again. Let me just move a little bit. There you go. There you go. I'm just going to press C, and it's going to clear it. All right, perfect. So let's actually make it go back. All right. So in order to do this, because I want to clear, but at the same time, I want it to go back. All right. So let's add one more thing. I think the module was like home. There you go. Yeah. So like what you can do is that you can actually move it back to the middle of the screen. So home is basically going to move it back to the position that it was when it started. So let's actually run this one more time. Let's just draw a simple line. If I press C, there you go. So that's going to move it back. But again, what this is going to do is that it's actually going to draw it on the way back. So let's add another one before the home. We're going to say Tim pen up. So this is basically going to have the pen up so it doesn't draw a line on its way back to home. And I want to add another one, pen down. There you go. So that way when it's done going back to like the middle of the screen, it's going to actually again have the pen down. Pen down means that it actually is going to start drawing again. Otherwise we're going to be drawing white lines basically, or invisible lines. So there you go. So again, just like do that, and if I press C, there you go. So it's going to clear the line and go back to there. Perfect. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to kind of expand on this thing. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to leave the source code for this in the resource section, but again, it's a very simple thing. There's really not much. You just have to kind of go through the documentation, but it's just the idea. One of the things I want to demonstrate very well is basically the obviously the arguments that we use in these functions, and also like the higher order functions, using functions inside a function and all that stuff. So that's really, really important. So with that being said, guys, let me know if you have any questions. If not, I'll see you in the next lesson.